Dr. Pooja Vijlani. She has experienced technical trainer with 17 years of in-depth knowledge and expertise. She has certified by NASSCOM, a recognized authority in the tech industry, and currently serving at ISET as subject matter expert. And she has proven track record as a technical trainer and a subject matter expert. And she has specializes in full stack development, servers as a domain trainer at Amber Project, and a key contributor to the ISEC Future Skill Academy. And she is going to guide you in this whole session. And ma'am, I would like to request you to start the session. Students are or our users are waiting for you.
Thank you, Sona. I have a knowledge of this particular sector, and I'm definitely going to tell you the quickest way within 3 to 4 months. How can you start your career in this particular domain? This is what my point today. First, we are going to talk about what are the job opportunities in this sector. So the job opportunities right now, see here, this is in the morning only I checked on LinkedIn and Naukri.com. In LinkedIn, as you can see, there are 76,000 jobs they are showing in junior software developer field. Okay. And in Naukri.com also it is some around 80 plus, 80,000 plus. Okay. So this is what is right now the market. We cannot say that we don't have the jobs. Trust me, we have a lot of jobs in India in software development and tech industries. The reason is industries are even struggling to get the people. Those are skilled. Those are the people who are actually able to create something. They have taken the experience in this particular sector. They are able to build something powerful that they can give the employment to. So only problem here is whatever courses you people go to, maybe as you have all written here, B.Tech, B.Sc, B.Ca and all these things. Just you will be agree with me that within this 2 years or 3 years, specifically, you have not learned anything on a project based, or you can say hands-on kind of. See, you are doing B.Tech in computer science, but still the problem is, are you learning anything that is giving you a knowledge of creating a product kind of a level? No. All your basic levels are there. Okay. What we need, yeah, yes, Nilesh, very right. You're not learning all these kind of a thing. But when you complete, and this is, you are in the second year, third year, fourth year, in within 2 years, you are going to be completing your graduation, and soon in fourth year, even you are going to go to the companies for your interview. That time, the major problem comes is that they ask you, what is your experience? They are not asking you how many different variety of subjects you have learned. You learned an OOPS concept, you learn a data structures, okay, you learn an operating system also, this and that, okay, that's a basic. They call it a basic education. What they are seeking you is, are you able to create a mobile app? Are you able to create any desktop app on any latest technology, maybe React, Angular? Do you want to? Can you, as a front end, create something? And at that particular time, mostly 90% of the students failed. If they don't think about it in their second year, third year, they fail. The reason is they never thought. When they joined B.Tech or B.Sc or B.Ca, they think that this is a graduation. After this, we are going to get the job. That's not right. You have to acquire a particular expertise in a domain that you are targeting. So if you are targeting this particular domain, these are the things that we will be discussing, and let me tell you. So one thing is clear, you already have this kind of jobs. See, these many jobs are there. You have to approach them and you have to develop yourself for that particular thing. Okay. Second thing, what exactly is software developer? Who is a software developer? What is the role of a software developer? See, software developer person is, we can call it, he's a coder or he's a programmer. Yes, but not only that. Sorry. A software developer person, the task of a software developer is to design the entire software as per the need of the client. Then coding. then building it properly with all the testing, then deploying that software and maintaining that software with all the latest tools which are required. This is all the work of a software developer. Okay, take an example. I want to create one software, or you can say one application. You call it an application at this level. Okay, that is e-commerce. And what this e-commerce thing is going to do, I want to provide my user with an online marketplace, eco-friendly products. I want to just market that. Is this something like an online e-commerce kind of a site is there, on door and all these kind of software. Okay. So e-commerce, if I am going to create, what are the things I will be doing? That is requirement analysis from client. Okay. This is what I have to do. And then design I have to do. Some implementation also I'll be doing definitely. The coding part will be there. Once the design of that particular software is over, then there will be implementation, that is coding. Then there will be testing. Yeah, I'll test my software and then I'm going to deploy it or maintain and update it. Actually want to create something like this. Do you know what will be the cost of a software like that in the market? 10 lakhs plus. And I assure you, it's not a single person who can do that. There be more than one, or a team of entire team will be working, a team of 5, a team of 10 will be working. And that will be, if you are going to create something like that, 10 lakh plus you can demand a particular company. So what are the skill sets you require for something like that? Can you make a software like that? Yes. And how you can do that? The reason is why you can do this is because nowadays coding is not difficult. We exactly in software development not writing the code, but rather we are using some good frameworks which are predefined ones, which is really making a task very, very easy of application development. You there? Please write me hi again back. Keep the same energy. I'm really going to show you good roadmap for becoming a software engineer, not a software developer. Not only that, software engineer roadmap. Also, there will be one thing, that is how you can quickly learn the best possible MERN projects. What you have to learn. Each topic wise we are going to discuss. See, first thing is I want to tell you, software development means what? Software development demand is specifically, software development is a big role, okay, where you are going to develop a lot of things. You are there, not only front end, back end, a lot of things is there. Now there is one thing that we can do, that is a full stack developer. Who is a full stack developer? These full stack developer, they are the software engineers. They are wholesale, you can say wholesale responsible person, the person who has the skill of creating the front end, the person who has the skill of creating the back end, database and DevOps all. Now, to explain you this, just take an example. There are two kind of a thing that you are going to serve on your browser. What you do is, sometimes when you write on your browser to access something, for example, you are going to a site, okay? You're going to a site where you are going to find your some notes of software development, what are the skills and all these things. These are the block. There is one website block, you know the URL and you are writing that URL. So in that kind of thing, these are the only website. They are not interactive ones. What happened, this kind of a website is, you are going to get the static data on that. There will be some text, there will be some videos playing, there will be some content moving, that's it, nothing much. But think of Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. These are complete application. These are not a small website which has the static data. These are Facebook, these are dynamic. When you are going to log into Facebook, what happened that time is, you are going to open your own profile on that. It means your data is being stored somewhere. There is some backend working behind that. So what I really want to tell you here is, A full stack developer or a software developer is the person who should know the skills that is front end, back end, database, and DevOps. Now, how to understand what is a front end and what is a back end here? See, when you want to do the payment, you may be using your Paytm. Okay, so Paytm is one of the application that you can download in your mobile, and whenever you go to your Paytm site, what happen is whatever you see on the front, when you open that application, whatever interface you see, that is a design, that is an interface, user interface. Okay, that is a part of front end. So when you're learning this particular section, that is front end. Okay, but when you are scanning, you have your profile onto that. When you're scanning the QR code of any particular person, your mobile is connected to your bank account. You can make the payments now. The amount you are going to scan and pay will be deducted from your account and will be credited to that person using the QR code. How this is happening? Because this particular application has a backend. Okay, a database is connected, and you can say bank is connected to that particular application. You are able to make the payment out of it. So that's backend. And for creating this kind of big application, you need database. Definitely all your accounts detail is there in the database. You are an authentic user or not, this is also saved in that particular bank application. Okay, and DevOps is one of the things that further we'll be doing. So we are now discussing, see, if you want to become a software developer, a full stack developer, then first thing you have to learn is nothing but a front end. Okay, so I'm going to open this and see. For becoming a front end or learning the skill that is front end, these are 4 skills that you require. The first thing you want is you need to have the basic knowledge of the scripting languages if you want to learn your front end, and everybody knows about it. You can write in chat if you know about it. That is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You must have used these things. Yes, okay, Rohini. So you all have already used this. That is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But I'm going to tell you one thing. JavaScript is a vast language. You know, this language is growing in the market. JavaScript, using only JavaScript, you can create your front end, you can create interactivity on the front end, you can create your backend also. A lot of libraries are there which are dependent or using the basic, that is a JavaScript code only. We will be exploring about it later on. Okay, now, so first thing you need for becoming the skills or acquiring the skills in front end, first thing is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript you require. Then you require the frameworks. See, using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript also you can create your good interactive sites. For example, hotel management ads. When you want to book a hotel somewhere when you're going out, what you do is you go to that website. It asks you for your details. It is going to tell you whether there is availability of the rooms or not. These kind of interaction is happening there. Okay, but this is not sufficient for the market right now. See, you can do it. HTML, CSS, JavaScript is more than enough to create a good interactive website. Yes, but this is not enough for the market. If you want to become a front-end engineer, front-end developer, then you need to learn or master the frameworks. So take the first as basic 3 skills. ये तो पढ़ना ही है, ये तो आना ही चाहिए. Second thing is Angular, React.js, and Vue.js. Not all, any. If you choose for Angular, it's a framework of JavaScript only, you know that. So that means if you're learning the JavaScript in the basic level, this is going to help you a lot. All the code will be there in JavaScript form only. Your callback functions and all these promises, await, async, everything you're going to find here also. Then React.js. React.js, I will recommend you with React.js. The reason is because React.js, when you are learning to create single page application, and the time is of single page application. You know why people are getting the freelancing work is because since years Whatever website and web content the companies are having, they are now want to change it on a single page application, React.js. What is the benefit of this? A React.js application is single page application. That means it do not wait for rendering again and again. See, what happen is, if your website is of 100 pages maybe, for any single page, when you click to request, that request is being sent to the server, and from there that page is coming to your system. It takes time. That's the reason whenever you click something on a very basic website, what happens is it shows you rendering. Okay, it takes time. But in case of React.js, if your website is on React.js do one thing, that is, on your system, on your client system, it creates a virtual DOM. And inside that, all the pages are there, all the changes are happening there itself. You can understand it like this. And one more very important thing is dynamic data. Using React.js only it is possible to have the dynamic data. I will be showing you what exactly I mean by dynamic data. Have you ever seen this cards where there are cards means, let me show you. See, this is one of the website which is in React. And as you can see, I'm clicking on certificate. All the certificate courses are there on the screen. I'm clicking on diploma. All my diploma courses are there. All courses, these all courses. So what you think from where these cards are being generated? Now, this particular site is deployed. This is on the server. This is not on my local machine right now. And when this is on the server, I'm clicking on these particular tabs, and accordingly, my data is populated. How is this happening? This is nothing but only because of React. I have only created this one card, only one card. I did not create all other cards. No, it's only one card I have created. And what is happening is, I created a JSON file where the details of all the other cards is there. That one particular card, according to the choice, if it has diploma, if this matches the criteria, it is showing me all the cards, is replicating, showing my data in form of cards. Okay, diploma, then certificate, then all courses. So this is what I want to say. That is, this is all possible. The dynamic data change. Not only that, only the part of your website changes in React, Angular, and Vue. So that's why if you want to become a front-end engineer, a front-end developer, then the first task you should do is just master the basic one, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. The second thing you should do is this, the React or Angular or Vue, as per your choice. My personal choice is React that I do. And I have a reason to choose React. Because React, when I want to learn the mobile application, then further I can enhance this React knowledge and I can go to React Native. This is one of the framework which is dealing with the kind of cross-platform. Cross-platform means a particular mobile application which is working on both the platform, your Android and iOS. That's why JavaScript knowledge is helping you to learn React, and React knowledge is helping you to learn the mobile application also. That's why the React is always a good choice. Okay, moving back again. So here we are. This is all about that. Okay. And one more important thing. See, you learned CSS. CSS is cascading style sheet. What happens is, we understand now, HTML gives the skeleton of the web page structure. CSS gives the beautification, the color and all these appearance. JavaScript provides the functionality. If there is a form, then if you click on that form, the data goes somewhere, maybe locally, but it is going somewhere. There is something happening on a click. This interactivity is provided by JavaScript. Now, but your CSS is very old method. A regular CSS is very old method of styling your web page. You should learn some good styling methods and quick methods, which are like this. You should learn material UI. Material UI are the components which are ready-made components. If you want a form in your website, no need to write your from tag or input tag and the label tags and putting all this. No, simply go capture the code which is there on material UI and you can paste it, but you should have the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, then this will be very difficult for you to understand what changes you have to make, because at the last you have to customize it for your purpose. Okay. Second is Bootstrap. Everybody knows about Bootstrap. Bootstrap also has all these predefined components that you can copy paste and use it, but there are limitations in Bootstrap. You don't find so many kind of components. There is a limitation of this. Now coming over to Tailwind. Tailwind is most sought after in right now market. Okay, front end अगर आप कर रहे हैं तो आपको Tailwind सीखना ही चाहिए. Tailwind is a framework of your CSS only. Okay, और Tailwind क्या करता है? It is giving you the facility of putting the style to the particular tag there itself in line. In line means जहां आपने बटन बनाया है, there only you can write your style in short and your work will be done. So Tailwind is very easy. Not only that, Tailwind also provide you some material UI components, Tailwind component, Tailwind material component, React material component, lot of predefined code you are going to get. So that's why this is a very good idea. So for a front-end HTML, CSS, JavaScript, if you are choosing a React, okay, fine. Bootstrap, little bit you should know. And then Tailwind is the best. So if you are creating any website, these 5 will be more than sufficient. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and Tailwind. That's it. You don't require anything else. Okay. And you need an editor. So generally what we do is, we all know VS Code is a universal that is being used for all the programming language. You can do Java, you can do your HTML, CSS, web designing also using VS Code, C, C++, Python, everything. Even for the machine learning, we are using VS Code. So getting a VS Code in your system will be the good idea for all kind of later, if in case you want to use other languages. Okay. Now coming over to backend. So this is only the part which is you are learning the front end. Now coming over backend. If you want to learn a backend, and definitely you have to. So for backend, majorly you have 4 options, or you can say 4 directions to go. See, first one is Java. Okay, that is, I can say, if you want to go to the secured kind of software, if you want to create, you should go for Java. Okay, Python also has so many things. That is, if you want to website designing, can you thought of website designing using Python? Yes, it is, because the backend that you are going to use with your website or application, that you can use Python for that. Okay, and you have, sorry, Node. So first coming to the, and the fourth one is nothing but your PHP. Okay, I have not written because so far I have not seen that demand of PHP in the market, though if you know the framework that is Laravel, it is good, or otherwise not needed. Now coming over to Java, if you want to master Java for your backend, you should know all the core concept of Java. First thing, you should know how to work with the RESTful web services, means APIs. Okay, you should know how to connect the database with your Java, that is Hibernate, ORM, you have to learn, and Spring security you have to learn. And all these things, that is Spring, RESTful web services, Hibernate, Spring security, everything comes under one. That is a framework, Spring Boot. So if you're learning a Spring Boot with your front end, connect with Spring Boot, then your application will be set to be a full stack application. A particular software or application that you're creating will be complete with front end and back end all. Not only that, you also need the databases. Okay, along with, if you're using your Java. So what type of databases do you know? You can go for 2. You have 2 options. You can go for RDBMS, that is your MySQL. Okay, and you can go for NoSQL, that is MongoDB. And what is the basic difference in the two? MySQL stores the data in tabular format, relational data model, and MongoDB stored it in document format, or you can say JavaScript objects format. Okay, so this is the basic difference. Now, if not Java, suppose your choice is not Java, then how are you going to learn your backend? Then you can go for Python. If you already know Python, I'll say don't start with a new, because many of you really afraid of learning this Java because the code is very difficult. I understand that. So for this easy thing, what you can do is you can go for Python. You can learn the basic Python, then you will be learning the Flask. Flask is also one of framework that you can learn for your backend. So Flask also give you all these things: connectivity, how to do the connectivity with the database, how to give the RESTful APIs, how to create this security authentication of the user, everything. A complete e-commerce you can create. And not only that, see what benefit you have if you're learning Python. Then as a backend you're learning Python Flask, then one more thing you will become good at, that is, for example, you know some little bit of machine learning, and you know how to create the models of machine learning. And then you want to give the interface to that machine learning, maybe sentiment analysis. One model is there. Okay, you are doing a sentiment analysis. Now you want to create a front end, a complete application that can be interactive with the user. The user can use it. Okay, so you have Flask also. So Flask can be beneficial if you want to go for application development, and if you want to create something which has at the back end kind of machine learning product, तो उसके लिए भी ठीक है in both the same. Django is also one of the option, and a lot of, it's a big framework, you can say. It has each and everything. So Python is still here. Now moving to the quickest way. The quickest way is Node. And Node is what? You know, Node is not a programming language. Node is only the environment in which JavaScript exactly get executed. So when you write a JavaScript for your website, small website, even if you're writing one single line of a JavaScript, your JavaScript is not executed in your terminal. No, it is executed in your browser itself. Behind the browser, there is V8 engine, which is actually executing your JavaScript that you give with your website. So the same V8 engine is taken out, and that will be created, taken as an environment. Inside that environment, now you have the facility or the framework which will be able to create your APIs and your connectivity with the databases also. So what is an API? You know, if you don't understand what is an API, let me just give a small introduction to API. See, suppose if there is a static website, in static website, there is no chance that you can send your name to that website and ask it to create your profile. That's not possible. It's a static one. But what happens when you are working with the dynamic data, dynamic applications, then in that situation, maybe if you want, you can send your name and you want your name to appear on the page. Okay. So when you're sending your name from your browser at a fly, when your particular website is on the cloud, okay, uploaded already, deployed already, then that particular time, who is at the server side to answer? There is no one. It is you have to create that server. You created the front end, now you have to create the server also. These all the language, Java, Python, Node, what are they doing? Backend means what? They are creating the servers. So in that server, we used to write, we say, if in case anyone gives in URL / and the name ISEC, then you have to display that ISEC name at this particular logo point. That's what happening. Okay. And this is being done using Express.js. Express.js ही API आपकी बनाता है. Okay. React आपका front end बनाता है, and MongoDB आपका database बनाता है. Now, what is my point in mentioning all the four? NERM. These are nothing but 4 skills. If you learn, you will become a full stack developer. That is, if you may have heard about MERN project, MERN, MERN project. MERN project, you can even see here, I'll tell you, this is the quickest way. The freelancers nowadays are using this only. Ye dekho. These are the skills. If you learn 4 things collaborated together to get you a complete application, a good application, you know. And what is created in this MERN, you know, your Dream 11. Alibaba. These all sites are in MERN technology, MERN. M for MongoDB, which is a database. E for Express.js, which is creating the API server. React.js, which is giving the front end, and Node.js, which is giving actually the, you can say, the environment and working on the APIs, callback function. So, and the basis is what? If you can just see, all these are JavaScript based. Node.js is JavaScript based, React.js is JavaScript based, your Express.js is JavaScript based. Means you're learning only one language and you are learning, you are becoming a full stack developer. Okay, this is very important. I hope I am able to explain all this to you. So this is your roadmap. Not only that, there is specific method. You know, there is a way how you exactly should develop your application. Application development has various process. Okay. And in big organization, there are different departments those are working for this particular thing. So different department working means there will be sector, they have to collaborate with each other. So DevOps क्या है? DevOps is nothing but the tools. It's simply the tools. Using that tool, you are just going through the process of development. It's a way of interacting with the client and the development team, operational team, and all that. See, this you cannot have a strategy like if you get a project from the client, the entire big project you just started with little specification of that project, when you complete it in 2-3 months and then you are going to present that to your client, after that the client may say that he needs the changes right from the first module, which will be very difficult. So the way of working should be something that is agile working, we call it, or scrum also. That is, it has to be divided into proper parts. Not only that, each and every part should be well tested by the department who is an operational department, must be checked, and the development team should work in collaboration with this operational department. All this is happening under one process, and that process has some tools to work like Docker. Let me just show you first. Let me show you. See, infrastructure means where you're going to deploy it according to AWS, Azure, or automation, what automation you are requiring, then what visualization is there. According to all this, you have different softwares, and there are some good professionals working separately. But in small organization, you are the wholesale person, na? You are front end, back end, database, DevOps, sab aap kar rahe ho. So you need to have the knowledge of AWS to deploy your application. Azure also you can go for, any this Ansible is also very important one. Then Jenkins is there, then Docker is there in Kubernetes. So these are for the visualization to check your software. So this is an entire project that, or you can say the roadmap that you can follow as for a full stack developer. These are all the things. Okay. I showed you one of the application, this application here. Now coming over to the point, that is, suppose these are all the things that you are learning. And if you choose for Java, then what will be the roadmap? See, here I am only showing you a small part. I am showing you that you have to do the security, you have to do the Hibernate. But if you decide to become a junior software developer in 3 to 4 months, what exactly will be the path that you will be checking? Each and every single session I have mentioned in here. See, you will be learning, if you choose for this software structure or software developer, then first the skill that you are going to learn will be HTML. The second will be entire CSS, where you will be learning your introduction to CSS. See, right from scratch each and everything. Then CSS selector, practically how the selectors are being used, hands-on exercises. Then how to style the background, how to style your practical on the background, then also styling the links if you're creating, then box model, also how to position the element, and a flex box. So these are the things in CSS you are learning. Bootstrap also, we are giving a entire drill, we are giving a project in Bootstrap. plain bootstrap. You know, we are not going to change anything. Simply, we are going to take the components from the bootstrap. We are just going to have customization as per the colors and all these things and positioning of the component that we want, and we can have this. Then master the JavaScript. Each and every single thing of JavaScript we are going to teach you, that is basic variable, data types, operators, relational operators, all type of conditional statement, loops, array functions, DOM manipulation. If you don't know the DOM manipulation, you cannot do anything. Okay. Event, how to handle the event, this event handlers, callbacks, async, everything we are going to teach you. Not only that, the latest, as I told you, this is a framework which is the latest framework in the market, Tailwind. So we will be going to give you a project-based learning of Tailwind. That means we are starting to learn the Tailwind with a project itself. We start right from the nav bar till end the footer. Whatever we are going to design, we are going to use Tailwind inside that. Okay. This is one of the things. Then complete React. Each and everything. You will be mastering how to create React app. You'll be mastering how to get the functional component, class component, JSX React, props कैसे use करते हैं, how to manipulate the different states. You know what is a state here? State means suppose you are clicking on something, a button, and you want a bulb is there and you want to just lighten it, or like this, if you want to flip flop, you want to do. Normal JavaScript, if you're using, this is possible that you can do. But in case you are having the React, this is what you have to do, is because at a runtime, you want to make the changes on your website. That is possible only if you change the state of that particular website. So state management is very important. If you have a form, you're clicking, if you want this data to go, that is the state you are changing. Okay. So state changing or hooks is the very important topic that in React generally you have to master. Then coming over for the software developer Java, the core Java we will be teaching you. Now in Java, all the basic things first in the programming. Then the database, not only MySQL, will be giving you all the drill of MongoDB also. Then in MVC pattern, that is model view controller pattern, or in when you are using the Java as your backend. So Spring Core कैसे होता है, Spring MVC कैसे use होता है, how to make a Maven projects. This is also we are going to teach you. We are going to teach you the ORM, that is Hibernate कैसे use होता है, and at last the Spring Boot. Now, when you start with Spring Boot at this level, that is module number 10, you will be familiar with all the concepts. All simple concepts you require to make a project. So Spring Boot module will be your entire project, an e-commerce project. Okay, that is capstone project. So under this module 10, you will be acquiring the theoretical things, and then you are going to implement entire knowledge you gained in these 10 modules in the last one, that is capstone project, e-commerce website. And 4 months, if you are going to do all that, trust me, you can get a good position in your present job, or you can just go for any interview. You can just show this is what is the product that you have created by yourself, and no one can stop you getting a good job. Okay. Not only this, as I showed you, so this is one of the path. Okay. If you're choosing Java, you can also choose with us, that is Mon project. So if you're choosing Mon project, in that situation, we will be teaching you till React as over in this same. Instead of Java, then we will replace it with Node. We'll be giving you Node and Express.js. Only this is the difference. That's it. Okay. So this is a choice given to you at ISET. Okay. You can go for either. And last, as I told you, we have a different approach of training the students. Why different approach? Because we all know that is AI tools are taking over every sector. Okay. So now, even if you are using your MS Office, okay, if you're using your Excel, if you're using your PowerPoint without an AI tool, exactly, it is a waste of time. You're putting a lot of time if you're not using, or you're not automating the work of what you are daily doing. Okay. So simply what you can do is in your website designing also, Here also you should do one thing, that is you should incorporate your AI tools. So what you will be doing to do that is, I have one video to show you. See, in 5 minutes, I am creating entire portfolio website of mine using ChatGPT. Just give me a second. I stop sharing and I will share that video to you. Did I succeed in at least explaining you these things? Do you understand who is a full stack developer now? What are the skills required? From where can you learn all these things? This is a set, when you will decide it by yourself, this is what you have to learn, you are going to lose, because there are a lot of options. Lot of options are there. Always this one or that one. Which one to choose? But what we are doing is, as per our knowledge, as per the practical things, I am showing you one thing, that is my this video site that I was showing you, where I was clicking on the courses. This is, I have created that. So it means I know whether React will be good for you, or Angular as a fresher will be good for you, whether to go for MERN project. The project that you saw is MERN project. Okay, I use MongoDB inside there, and I use Express and Node and all these things. So this is, we know which one we can give you in 3 to 4 months that will help you acquire all this. Okay, and very important part is, you do not need core programming knowledge for this. See, if you today say that I know nothing in programming, still I'm going to say that is the 4 months. If you are there with this particular course with me, you will not regret. You will be able to create your application. You will be coming to that level where you can sell your application. This is what I assure you. And the reason our students are doing this, ISEC, basically the big work that ISEC is doing is, under the government project, they are training the graduates. Those have completed their graduation, still don't find a job. Again, the reason is the same. The related skill set is not with them. So now we are training them for 4 months, 5 months, we are training them, and then they get their jobs. Even job assistant also we provide. And yes, somebody had written that whether you will be getting the certificate. Definitely you are going to get the certificate. This course is different from other courses that you are going to get in the market. The reason is, we have taken one job role from NSDC, that is the National Skill Development Council. From their guidelines, according to their guidelines, we have picked up one job role, and then we have curated this particular course for you people. Okay, so that you can get as much things, or you can say the topic, session, and everything, whatever is needed, what exactly is needed, that is what. And each and every module has a practical. It's not only one. See, I have written in the module 11, that is capstone project, e-commerce site. But it is not only that, the last one. Each and every module, when you're learning Tailwind, you're creating one project that you can push on your LinkedIn. Then JavaScript, when you're learning, I'm giving you hotel management kind of an application to learn there. You're creating it, you're putting in your LinkedIn. See, for 4 months, even after every 10 days, if you're putting a good project on your LinkedIn, your visibility with your different companies will increase. And there is no chance that you fail into this. Okay.